Today's Toy Spot, we're having a look at the Neca Terminator 2 Judgment Day. We're looking today at the T-1000 Steel Mill. Terminator 2 celebrating its 20th anniversary. The good folks at Neca have brought out some Terminator 2 figures. Certainly Terminator 1 figures have brought out as well. In this case, we've got the T-1000 Steel Mill. Not the first nor the last of the T-1000 figures. On the back, there's a picture of the actual figure, looking very nice. Other figures that you can get, we have the Motorcycle Cop. We also have the Pescadero Hospital, as well as the Endoskeleton. As for the read-up, it says, Specs Model T-1000 Steel Mill, a more advanced Terminator composed of mimetic polyalloy, a liquid metal that allows it to take the shape and appearance of anyone or anything it touches. Pursuing our heroes from Cyberdyne Systems, they battle one last time in a steel mill. The T-1000 tortures Sarah, urging her to call out for her son John when the T-800 reappears to save Sarah, John, and the rest of mankind. And he goes, "Call to John. No, I know this hurts." That is packaging it though. This opened up. When we come back, we're going to get a better look at the T-1000 Steel Mill figure. Don't go anywhere. More to come. The T-1000 does come with a couple of accessories. For starters, oh, there goes. I figured he was going to fall. For starters, he does come with two interchangeable hands, both of which come with various lengths of stabbing pointy fingers. I don't think I'll likely display the figure with either, but I like the fact that you actually do get variations. To switch out the hands, fairly simple. You're just going to pull the hand out and pop in. Make sure you always check the thumbsies. Thumbsies go in. Thumbsies go in. And you can get the T-1000 with his index or pointer finger extended. I like that it transitions from the flesh color all the way out to the silver. Although the big problem is with this being a pliable rubber-like plastic, very susceptible to bending. This one is a little warped, as you can see here, but it still does the job. Now, the one thing, though, obviously with a lot of these Terminator figures, they have swappable accessory limbs, swappable hands and heads, but depending on, for me, like I'm a pretty perfectionist when it comes to specific pieces going with specific parts depending on where we are in the movie. In this case, the fact that he's got the extendable hand, the extendable finger, I probably would not display him with this head. This is an awesome head, by the way. You can see a hole going right through the T-1000's face, exiting out the back. I think that's the scene where Sarah first gets the shotgun and she's shooting at him, and she shoots him and he goes like this, and he's got the hole through the head. Yeah, it's just it's neat. I mean, he does have the alternate head. I'm pretty sure, though, we've already gotten a T-1000 that just has a standalone head. So for me, nice fact that we got a head like this and you can swap it out, and then you can have it with this hand here. But for me personally, I think being that we've already gotten a regular faced, Robert Patrick head, I probably would go with just the blown away head of the T-1000. It's different, and that for me, especially the T-1000. I mean, we've gotten a fair number of these figures. I mean, that's obviously that has been the case. I mean, the one I've got right now, I don't know where the other ones have gone to, but one I got right now is the Motorcycle Cop T-1000, And it was a nice figure, and at least they've got the extra jacket piece on him. I've also noticed, surprisingly, that his legs were different, and I thought they were going to be the exact same legs from the lower torso. You can see that he's got his police belt on there with his walkie-talkie, his holster where his handgun would have gone in. No, I said holster. Holster. I think he thought I meant food, but it's my cat. It's a holster. But as you can see, though, it is actually a different leg, which is nice. Because the one thing I was going to expect to see was yet again that use of the T-1000 liquid alloy heel, which we've actually gotten with a lot of the actual Terminator T-1000 figures. No. A lot of the T-1000 figures. This one, though, is a nice change. Instead of actually getting that liquid alloy heel, we're actually getting part of the steel girder or the steel flooring into the heel and the boot soles of the figure. That's a nice touch. That's a really nice touch. My cat wants his food. I think that's what's going on. I'll feed you right after the review. Yeah, I mean, it's just a really nice figure. I like the fact that we've gotten these extra appendages, these extra swappable hands. But really, for me, if you're going to go and give us a great sculpt, and this is an amazing sculpt, if you're going to give us an amazing sculpt on this face like this, I personally would not swap out the hands. I would just keep them as is and just have a really nice display piece. Sadly, he still does suffer the fate of most T-1000 figures in the fact that there's just something about the figure, the way he's posed, that he likes to fall and he has a tough time standing, which is the same problem I kind of had with the other sculpted lower torso on the T-1000 figures. It's just something about them, they don't want to stand. This one, posed differently, same sort of problem though. So you might have to kind of have him turned sideways, kind of like that. Maybe like so, and maybe he'll stand a little bit better. Speaking of which, though, his articulation, let's zoom the camera in here a bit. His articulation, he has a ball-jointed neck. Actually, the head and neck are one piece, and so therefore the point of articulation actually is at the bottom of the neck. But you get a lot of movement there, which is nice when you're getting a big hole blown in your face. He has pin and socket shoulders, which rotate all the way around. Pin and socket elbows, which rotate back and forth out. Rotation in the hand, rotation in the waist, and rotation in the boots. So you kind of have to fiddle around with the boots, fiddle around with the waist to get the figure to stand properly. You might have to play around with it a little bit, but still, I like the figure. I really like the figure. You know, there are enough differences between the T-1000 throughout the course of the movie. He certainly took enough damage that, you know, to get another T-1000 is not necessarily a bad thing, providing that they change out enough of him. And I think they did a good job. I think I like the alternate head here. I think it really works well. And the sculpt, I don't know if I really touched too much on, but the sculpt really looks solid on this figure. The Steel Mill T-1000, I'm going to give him a 7. Right down there, a 7. And, you know, it's a bit of an older figure. I know we've gotten some figures out since, but you know what? A lot of these figures you can find fairly inexpensive now on eBay. I would still say, if you can, go out and pick him up if you can. Today's Toy Spot, we're having a look at the Terminator 2 from NECA, the Terminator 2 Steel Mill T-1000. Now, if you'll excuse me, I think a certain somebody wants some food in his tummy. Not me, my cat. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.